Jennifer Mendyka here with your daily 60 seconds of biblical inspiration for your day. Today I'm going to read from 1 Kings chapter 18, verses 43 and 44. And said unto his servant, Go up now, look towards the sea. And he went up and looked, and said, There is nothing. And he said, Go again 7 times. And it came to pass at the 7th time that he said, Behold, there ariseth a little cloud out of the sea, like a man's hand. And he said, Go up, say unto Ahab, Prepare thy chariot, and get thee down, that the rain stop thee not. You know, this was Elijah, and he was a prophet of God. And he recognized that with that tiny cloud, the size of a man's hand, God was getting ready to do something big. He recognized that God was moving in the situation, that things were changing, and God was the one doing it. You know, a lot of times we have a situation and we've prayed about it, because that's what Elijah was doing. He was up there praying, waiting for the rain, sending his servant up to look. And, you know, he was praying, and we pray. But the difference is that Elijah knew that tiny little cloud that everybody else would have went, oh, it's nothing. He still hasn't done anything yet. Elijah knew that tiny little cloud was the start of what God was going to do. That tiny little cloud was God moving in the situation. See, too many times we think that it's got to be the sky's open and the rains just flood down. But it's not going to rain if there's no clouds in the sky. So God's got to put clouds there first. And Elijah recognized, hey, that cloud, there's a cloud, and that's God. God put that cloud there, and God's going to grow that cloud, and there's going to be torrential rain. We don't listen enough for God. And we don't watch enough for God sometimes. We get distracted and we want the big miracle. We want the fireworks and earthquakes and whatever. You know, we want the earth-shaking change so we know that God has worked in it. And a lot of times if we look back and see, you know, from a situation, we're like, oh, I know God moved in it. I can tell now that God moved in it. If we would stop and look back, we could see where it began. We could see the tiny little beginning that God gave us that should have given us the joy of knowing that God was moving in our situation, but we didn't notice it until it grew big enough for us to finally recognize it. So start recognizing the little things of God. Ask God to show you the little things, because He will. He'll open your eyes to them. And when you recognize the little things of God, it makes it easier, because your faith has been rewarded a lot earlier. You don't have to wait for the end result to see that God moved in a situation. You can watch it happen from the very beginning. So remember, look for the little things of God. Ask for the little things of God. Because when you recognize the little things of God, your joy is increased. Have a wonderful day. God bless. Goodbye.